Hey team, it's Walker Dybel, best-selling author of Buy Then Build. I want to talk today about building personal wealth and some of the myths out there and the best way to do it. So in this video, we're going to talk about the single best way to build personal wealth. So a lot of people don't know this, but right out of my undergraduate degree, I ended up being a stockbroker for a big bank. And the thing is that when you start at a big bank as a stockbroker, you don't sort of hit the pavement and try to convince old people to give you all of their money. Instead, what I did was I did a lot of education around asset allocation and long-term investing, mostly in the equities and bond markets, and a little bit in options. Okay, so the thing is that maxing out the IRA, maxing out the 401k, building out a brokerage account with a well allocated portfolio is a very smart thing to do, because what it does is it's something like 4% of stock pickers, financial planners, hedge funds, whatever, end up beating the market. Okay. And usually when they do, so 96% don't. They don't beat a general index. And so the 4% that do, they usually do for like 1 year. So there's very little success in sort of like, putting a bunch of money into, a high fee mutual fund or something like this. The point is that's a good way to build wealth really slowly over the long term. How's that working out for you? Okay. So look, I mean, of course we all want to build a nest egg over time, but the truth is that as you start to learn more about personal wealth and investing, you start to understand that, wait a minute, instead of just like earning money at my job, okay, and putting a bunch of money into my retirement account or my brokerage account over time as much as I can, okay, what happens is that you start to understand, like, if you start to invest in other things, like maybe you're doing some angel investing, maybe you're doing some real estate investing on the side, maybe you're investing in projects with business colleagues or something like that. And the point is that if you start to move that direction, it's highly likely that you might be able to make 10% annual returns on your money, 15% annual returns on your money, maybe 20% annual returns on your money. Okay. And the average cap rate, I think, is like 6, 7, 8% on a real estate investment, right? So the point is that in stocks and bonds and equities, you're looking at 6, 7, 8% return over time. Okay, on these private investments, you're looking for 6, 10, 15% return. That's better than this. It's a little more risky. Okay, but that's a talk for another time. But the point is you're increasing your returns, right? But the truth is that when it comes to really accelerating wealth, okay, and not taking the long view, but saying, I want to build wealth quickly, I want to build autonomy in my life, and I want to have the most impact I possibly can, okay? Building wealth is the foundation for that, okay? And the thing is that when you buy an existing company, or when you even start an existing company, okay, that succeeds, which if you know my other material, we go into that math. But the point is that when you buy an existing company, very often, okay, you're making a minimum of like a 25% return right off the bat. It'd be more common to make a 30 to 35% return just on the invested dollars that you've gotten. I mean, in year one, okay? Now, it's still slow. This isn't like get rich quick, but it's get rich a hell of a lot quicker than some of these other ways, okay? And that's the point that I want to make. And so, if what you want to do is build wealth so that you can live your dream, you should really consider buying existing companies and looking for active investments, as opposed to being sort of drawn into the sexiness of the passive investments. I mean, frankly, do those too, right? But build the fastest vehicle you can, and then start to invest in private places in order to accelerate wealth without your time. But spending your time in active investments, buying and building existing companies, is the single fastest way for most people on this planet to build wealth, which in turn builds autonomy in your life, safety for your family, and the impact that you can have. Thanks.